Good morning. Let us begin with this Shanti mantra. I will chant this mantra. Apyayantu mamangani vak pranaschakshu sotramatho balam indriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahmopanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarud Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam Mestu Tadatmani Niratiya Upanishatsu Dharmaste Mai Santu Te Mai Santu Om Shanti Shanti, Shanti. Friends, we are studying Chandogya Upanishad, one of the very important Upanishad, and mostly our monks, they like to read this Chandogya because there is the beautiful statement, and the statement has been repeated again and again. Tattvamasi, that there are 4 Mahavakyas are there, and then among the 4 Mahavakya, the great statement, in the Chandogya we find the most very important Mahavakya, you are that, Tattvamasi. So we'll be reading from there. Now, in the beginning, we found that it is praying that I should not forget the Brahman, and Brahman also should not forget me. What does it mean? That means Brahman is consciousness. I am not forgetting Brahman means I am conscious, and I am aware about that, where I like to go or what I like to realize about that consciousness. And Brahman should not forget me also. That means it is also consciousness. Otherwise, if it is a jada vastu, if it is an insentient thing, then why should I say that it also should remember me, bless me? I should not forget Brahman, Brahman also should not forget me, so that I can realize the Brahman. How? By developing the qualities. So these are very simple. In the first sloka, first verse of Shanti mantra, it gives everything. All my limbs, my eye, my hand, and everything should be strong. Why? Because I have to realize Brahman. And what is Brahman? It is the truth. It is the substance. And it is consciousness. And who is going to realize that? I, also consciousness. How there can be 2 consciousnesses? There must be one. How it is 2? That is the thing that we are going to study, and we have already studied almost the end of the scripture that we have reached. That Brahman, the consciousness, is everywhere, all-pervading. Hinduism always say these one consciousness everywhere. The doubt comes, how that consciousness can be everywhere. And if that is so, then it must have already exhausted, because things have been created out of it. He said, no, it is as it is. And to explain, some of the philosophers come forward. This is the truth. Now the philosophers come forward to help us to understand it better. And the philosophers, the best one is the Shankaracharya. And this Adi Shankaracharya, he said it is reflection. As because it is a reflection, so there is no problem. And it goes from tradition to tradition, and the father to son, teacher to student, it goes on, the knowledge goes down in that way, and continuous. This here the Jiva and Brahma, Jivatma and Paramatma. Jiva and Brahma, Jivatma, Paramatma. Jiva plus Atma. Brahma plus Atma. So this Brahman, Param Brahman, Jiva Atman. So this terminology that they have created so that we can understand what is Jiva. And sometimes, almost in all the schools of the Hinduism, even in the Tantra, they say Konchika. Konchika means covered. What is that covered? Jiva. The Atman, the consciousness is covered. And here also it says in the Vedanta, that consciousness covered by ego is Jiva. The covered, how the cover came, that is the question. And different philosophers, in different way, they have tried to explain it. We go with Shankaracharya again. Why this is very clear in explanation. There is no ambiguity. It says the Jiva has been created out of the Supreme Consciousness. And that consciousness separated itself from its creation by giving a cover. And that cover is ego. And the ego is nothing but me and mine. And this me and mine, again it says, is Maya. So there's different terms they have used to explain it. Before my birth, I never knew what is my family. After my birth, then I slowly, because all around people, they say, you are a Brahmin, and I think I am a Brahmin. Then I became convinced that I am a Brahmin. And then I became convinced that I am a man, I am a woman. And I am educated, I am uneducated. And I have this property, I don't have the property. I have this society, and that society is not mine. Who created all this? Before my birth, nothing was there. After my death, I don't care whether it will be there or not. In between, I create my world, and I can kill and can die for that created world. Is that funny? Now, in the dream, we see so many things. And in the dream, again, we go and fight. This is my house, you should not come. This is my society, you should not disturb. And by that way, it goes on. Then ultimately, when the dream breaks, oh my God, I am just lying on my bed. And on my bed, I was thinking in my dream that I am in the warfield, fighting with my enemies and saving myself and killing the others like that. So much of excitement was there. Then suddenly the dream breaks. I thought, oh no, I was over here only. So what is the realization of the Brahman? Atma Jnana, Ishwar Lava, this much. Only breaking the dream. You have to break your dream, that's all. But to break the dream, we need Guru. And the scriptures is our Guru. Scriptures are our Guru because these people, they realized themselves that all these things that we see is nothing but our creation. We think, and we think that we are aware, this moment, Jagrat. But they say, no, you are in darkness, Ajnana. And in the sloka they say, Ajnana Timirandasya. Timira, that is a deep, so deep and so vast, it is impossible. Even you cannot see your own palm, you cannot see your own hand in that darkness. It's so much so. So you have to go to a one who is enlightened one, then from that light, it will kindle your light, and slowly you will see all around your things and completely different. That is called tapasya, that is called austerity, And that is the way slowly one goes and suddenly he becomes a great personality. Whomever we see, the Jesus, the Bhagavan Buddha, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all they were a human being like us. Then slowly, something changed in them. They became great, and the human society is worshipping them. How it is possible? Because they have realized the truth. Friends, the truth is Tattvamasi. Here the father and the teacher, that is Rishi Aruni, Uddalaka Aruni. He was a great student at the time, and then he became the teacher. His name is Uddalaka Aruni. Aruni is his name. Uddalaka because he was so dedicated. His guru said, go and see, it is raining. Water from my field should not go out, or the extra water should not come in. He went and found that one place is broken. The water is gushing in, and it will damage the whole the field. So there was nothing else. No spade, anything to help at that night. So how to stop the water? He lied down, and from his back, with the back, he stopped the water. And by that whole night he was lying down in the field. Next morning when the guru came to, hey, where is that boy? I asked him, then what happened? He has not come back. And the other friends, they reported. So they went to search for him and found that he's still lying down over there because the water is high, it may come in. So he is lying down there. And the guru told, oh, you are so dedicated. So what we need first? Dedication. Unless and until we are 100% dedicated to that particular object, and leaving, most of the people, they come, oh, I was a Buddhist for 3 years, and now I am practicing another faith, then I am thinking that I will change to Vedanta. They go on tasting. Nothing wrong, but they won't realize, won't get anything. That's why you have to dig deep into that. Here the father, that Uddalaka Aruni, in his life, he showed that dedication. Guru said this, you must do that. Sometimes we think, why we should do like this? So obviously, they are not able to learn anything. Sometimes very ordinary thing they will ask. Very ordinary thing they ask to do. The gurus, when we think, oh, why this type of thing we should do? We have already, those who are following this class in the Upanishad, we know that one who came to learn, but his guru said, take these cows for grazing. And when this 1,000 become 10,000, then come back. From 1,000 cows to 10,000 means such a long period of time. Without any hesitation, he went. And he used to meditate all alone. And who is your guru? The mind. And how you get that? Because you are making the mind calm. He is going inside the jungle, and then another place, because so many thousands of cows, they will be grazing. They need a big field. A greenery should be there. So he used to go into the deep jungle where nothing was there. So he used to meditate. And he used to utilize his own time in meditation. Meditation means calming down his mind. As because there was no provocation, his mind didn't get anything. He never saw anything, he never heard anything. So obviously the mind didn't get the food to be disturbed, and it became calm. Automatically he realized. And one day he heard that the bull came and told, hey, now we are 10,000, we can go back. Bull said that. Why? Each and everything is nothing but Brahman. Some people will laugh, and bull can say that. No, it is not. It's a cock and bull story, they will say. It is not. It is true. Because even that can also speak. And when they're speaking in that way, the bull is saying it is possible. And he said, okay. Then the fire also spoke to him. Because he is getting the instructions from the fire. And that is possible. And this is the way it goes, and ultimately we have come to this place where the Rishi Aruni uttered one of the Mahabakyas, that is the truth, Tattvamasi, you are that. The moment you hear the Mahabhakya, you are supposed to realize. But his disciple, and he was the son, Shvetaketu, he says, no, you said, I am that. Tat means that. Tvam, you, asi, you are. You are that. What is you? I am the jiva. What the jiva does, I have so many desires. I have the anger. I have the different type of things in my mind. How can I become that God? The God is all pure. God is all love. God is all powerful. Comparing with God, it is impossible. I cannot be like that. When that young boy of 17 years old, he came to Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Ramakrishna stood up and said, you are Narayana. That is Narendranath. Narendranath said, oh, yeah, people talk about that you are a crazy person, and I see it's true. And you are worshipping me, Narendra, a 17 years old boy. I belong to this city and this, that. But Sri Ramakrishna saw the truth. And he said, no, you are that. That time he was not ready to understand that. Afterwards, I, the Son of God, he said. I am that. That revelation comes the moment we understand, yes, there are something, but if we can remove those things, I am that. Here, the Tam means Shvetaketu, the student, and the Tat means eternal, unchanging one. So obviously, does that subtle one create human being only? So the moment his father said, you are that, immediately the son, he's telling, he said, I am that, I'm a human being. That means that being or the truth or the Brahman or the Atman, does it create only human being? Then what about others? He asked that doubt. And then the subtle one create human being only? He said, no. It creates sentient and insentient, everything. Everything come out of it. That is the source. And it is the source of creation. And also, it sustains. And these also destroy. The Srishti, Sthiti, and Pralaya. Utpatti, Sthiti, Dhamsha. All three are there. Now, in my dream, who creates? I create. In my dream, I create. That I am playing, I am running, I am doing this, I am doing that. Who is creating? I am creating. And now, that almost half an hour or 1 hour maybe, I am dreaming. So who is restraining that, holding that, maintaining that dream? I am. Then suddenly some sound comes, my dream breaks, and I get up from the sleep. Who destroyed it? I. So the same way. The creation of God is nothing but His dream. In our dream, we create. And then we sustain that because I am liking that dream. I am the king, I am going, people are honoring. So I like to enjoy that. I don't like to break the dream. But some people somewhere, they will throw something and the sound will come and my dream breaks. I become angry. Why they are making the sound so much? So otherwise I was enjoying as a king. So who creates the dream? I. Who is sustaining the dream? I. Who breaks the dream? I. God, same way, creates this universe, sustain it and destroy it. Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya, all the three by him. And he created, now he destroy this. How it is? Because it is nothing but a dream for him. Ekaham bahushyama vihi, he said. I am alone, let me be many. Just he thought in that way. Then he started dreaming. Let there be birds, let there be trees, let there be this, let there be that. Everything started creation. For the Hindus, they say, in one go everything was created. But the Christians and the Jewish and others, they have given the dates. And on the Christian, they said, he started the creation from the Monday, and on Monday he created these and these and these and this. Up to Saturday he created, the Sunday he took rest. So Sunday is a holiday. And you could come to here. But the Jewish, they were previously, so they started their beginning from Sunday. So Saturday is their rest day, Sabbath day. They want to work. For the Jewish it is Saturday. And the last came the Islam. They started from Saturday and end up in Thursday. So Friday is their holiday. God is not creating. I am creating. God cannot stop. The moment the God stops, what happened? If the God's dream break, what will happen? Bas. Nothing will be around. No Chicago City and no this, no that. Nothing will be there. Now again, just to understand it clearly, when I create my dream, I create from where? From my previous impressions. Otherwise, I cannot see anything else. I see a horse. I see a cow, because I have idea about horse, idea about cow. And when the creation came, in the same way the God also was having the impression of that. It's not the imagining, impression of that. At previous creation, he was having that. And naturally, in the previous creation, whatever he created, that same thing in the next creation. In the next creation, in the next creation, it goes on like that. The same thing comes. Now the question is, when the first creation came, there it says, no, there is no first or second, eternal. No one can say. Swami Vivekananda puts it in a beautiful way. Hindus are bold enough to say, we do not know. We don't know when the first creation. So creation is eternal, like the Creator, the Atman, the Brahman, or the God. It is as clear as that. Now, what about us? Now, it comes again. We have been created by God, and particularly human being. And in the human being, the God has given wonderful thing, that is the brain. And that brain can think, can judge, can understand, can cognize, and they decide this is good and this is bad. And the God makes the game more difficult. For the animals, no problem. If a dog going and biting someone, no sin, nothing for God. But if I go and hit someone, it's a sin for me. Someone somewhere there's watching, all the cameras are there. Oh, don't think that nobody noticed. God has noticed it. So in your debit, credit, good work and bad work is going on. And it goes on in karma phala. So Hindus, they say it is karma phala. It goes on in that way. And you have to carry your bag. In one bag is a good karma, another bag is a bad karma. You have to carry. No one will carry for you. You have to carry. And somewhere, when it is the good karma, you get all good things. Then when the good things are exhausted, then the bad. And sometimes both are open. Sometimes you are getting honor and sometimes rebuking, dishonor. It goes on. It's all our experience. Sometimes happy, sometimes unhappy. In the Hindi, they say, puts it in a very nice way. Kabhi khushi, kabhi gum, they say. Kabhi khushi, kabhi gum. Sometimes you are happy, sometimes you are suffering. And that is the human life. We all understand and we accept it. But why not every time, all through, happy? Why kavi? Eternal happiness. Is it possible? Then they say, yes, it is possible. And from here, when you are asking for eternal happiness, then your spiritual life begins. Majority of us, we don't understand what is religion. We think religion is the wastage of time. Only in the old age, when there is no other work, we will go to the temple. And by that time, we will also have some money in the bank. We will give some donation. All that I have done, everything will be settled, because God also needs some money. No, God doesn't need anything. Because it is you who need that. Good and bad, it is for you. For the human being only, no other beings. They are suffering their old bad karmas. These birds, these animals, these reptiles, because of the old bad karmas. But the human being, particularly those who are really intelligent, first janma, first birth in the human being, almost like animal life, just going, killing, eating and surviving and dying. That is one type of life. Then further, then further, then further. Then you born in a very decent family. And your journey begins from there. And your parents take you to a holy place. You go and bow down. And this is a temple. You should be quiet over here. You should learn. You should listen. By that way, slowly, all our samskaras are becoming. And there, I think, if it is possible to get an eternal happiness, then it will be nice. Kabhi khushi, kabhi gum. But if it is an eternal happiness, then what? There we search for. Why? Because all of us want happiness. And where we will get the happiness? If we go to the source. Why? The source is happiness. The source is the happiness. The God is the happiness. The Creator is the happiness. Anandeva khalu imani bhutani jayante. Those who have realized it, they say, you know who has created us? Ananda. The happiness. It is the happiness only which has created this. That's why all of us, every one of us, we search for happiness. Even if you beat a dog, it will go away from you. And if you are just patting and giving the food, it will be so happy with you. The moment they will see, they will jump and bark, show the happiness. Same way the birds, same way the human being. That happiness comes through love. So what is God? Love. So why we should not love others? What should be our practice? Develop love. How I can love? After being unselfish. Otherwise, I cannot love. The father loves his children. He goes and spends his own money to purchase this thing, that thing for the children. Why? Love. But the neighbor's children, if they come and say, Uncle, can you please purchase? Hey, go to your father. Why to me? They won't purchase that. But sometimes a little bit of that. But otherwise, no. Why? I don't love them. When I love someone, I am ready to do everything. That means we have to develop love. So what is religion? What is spirituality? What is realization of God? Manifestation of love, unlimited. That's all. So what we think the God realization means, God will come with 4 hands and then give the blessings, and then I will become powerful, Then I will go and touch someone and have these, that. No, that is not religion. Byproduct of religion, That's called byproduct of religion. All the miracles that we see and all the power that we see is byproduct of religion. God is all powerful. God can do everything. And when you go near to that, you also can become. So slowly, you are imbibing that, and then problem comes, ego. Someone is coming to me, please bless me. I feel, I am greater than him. I am blessing. If my hand touching his head could solve his problem, why should I not put my hand on my own head? There are so many problems. No. But the ego goes in this way. I am always thinking, they come to me. They don't come to me. They come to the truth. And if you have not realized the truth, you should not raise your hand. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna himself, he was that power, but he used to say, no, I cannot do that. Go to God, pray to God. Why should I do it for you? Pray to God. So this is the religion. Ultimately, religion is nothing but avastha vichara, avastha traya vichara. So there are paths. One is jnana marga. Jnana marga means understanding things and then proceed. Why this, why this, why this, why this? In the bhakti marga, no why. I accept Krishna, I accept Rama, I accept Ganesha, I accept Kali, accept. And then I go and pray. If somebody says, why you are praying to Mother Kali? No, that is my mother. Don't say anything about her. So I will go and pray. You don't like her? No, you go to somewhere else. So this is all faith. But in the Jnana Marga, they will be constantly asking. So this son, this Shvetaketu, asking his father, Avasthatraya Vichara. What is Avasthatraya? All of you know. Jagrat, then Swapna and Shushupti. The Jagrat, Swapna and Shushupti, these three. Jagrat we know, Swapna in dream, Shushupti, dreamless sleep. Now why we always quote this? Because that is the only way we can say that there is something which is happiness. We were talking about the happiness. Happiness is the creator. From happiness we have all come. And our last goal is happiness. We are searching for happiness. Khuda ka paas jayenge. I will go to God. I will realize God. What is all that? Happiness. If they say, if you go to the God, they will beat. Who will go? No one will go. We offer food, we offer so many things to God, and in exchange, God will beat me. Shall I give those? Shall I? Never, no one will come. If I get the happiness, joy, then only I will go. So, joy I will get. But how I will understand that the Creator is happiness? Just now you said, Anandeva khalu imani bhutani jayante. From the happiness only everything has come. And our goal is happiness. How to prove it? Avastha traya. Avastha means condition. Traya means three. What is the first? Jagrat. In the Jagrat, we always want happiness. And then dream. In the dream world, I, not having the body, remember this point. In the dream, we don't have the body. If you are sleeping and remembering your body, that means you are not sleeping. You have to consult your doctor. Because knee pain, this pain, that pain, how can you sleep? When you forget your body, you go to sleep, right? So this is one point. I forget my body. Then where I go? In dream. In dream there is happiness, there is suffering. There's a good dream, happiness. Now there the duality is there, happiness and suffering. A time comes when I forget that I am dreaming. I don't know where I am. I don't care whether my hand is under my body or there is no the cover on my body. I go to sleep, dreamless sleep, deep sleep, dreamless sleep. Everyone experiencing that, isn't it? You need not to go to temple or churches to understand this. Every day you are experiencing. So when the dreamless sleep condition comes, when I come back from that dreamless sleep, what happens? I say, oh, I had a wonderful sleep. That means the happiness, expression of joy. When you don't have the body, mark this word, when you don't have the body, when you don't have the mind because you are not dreaming, you are happy. Isn't it very special? Very peculiar. When I am not having the body, not having the mind, I am happy. And that is the experience of everyone. So Sushupti is the expression of happiness. When there is no body, there is no mind. Then I have to go back to Sushupti permanently. So the boy is thinking, Acha, if father is saying this, then why I cannot retain the happiness when I get up? Why? Because all our past karma, past thing come to my mind again. And then again we come back. If that was not there, your mind was free, there is no duties and responsibilities and bondages, you'll be free. What is sannyasa? Sannyasa means samyak nyasa, completely giving up. Samyak means complete. Nyasa means tyaga, giving up. And what to give up? I, ego. The moment you have an ego, then I have some responsibility, I have some duty, I have this, I have that. Then your mind calms down. And when you don't have anything, then what happens? You like to remain over there. Sometimes we go to visit some place. Swamiji, please stay. And it's a beautiful place. And the lady cooks so well. But still you cannot stay there. Why? You have some duty over here. So, no, I have to go back. Suppose there was nothing. Okay, you are asking, I can stay back. Of course, after 3 days, they will say, we have some responsibility. We have to go. Now, shall we purchase your ticket? That means you go. So this goes on. I come back because of my past karmas. And what are the karmas? Desires. Oh, I have to look after this, I have to look after that. Why we take birth? Because of same desire. When I am dying, it is so painful. Death is so painful. Giving up this body, when we leave our own home, and maybe the dilapidated old home, still we feel, oh, we lived over here, I used to study over in that room. We don't like to leave that house. Now, after living 80 years, 90 years in this house, in this body, when someone comes at time, please come up, and you cannot take anything from you, from all this, the debit card, credit card, nothing. So 4, 5 debit card, credit cards, then I have to collect this. No, you don't need the credit cards. All services are free here, come. You can feel, oh my God, my grandchild, I must see the grandchild, I must go and do this. Then someone says, no, time is up. You have given enough time. 80 years you have not done all this, come, no problem. Then they will forcefully take you. And what they take? Mind. It's not the body. Body is born and buried. They take the mind. And what is mind? Full of desire. And for some few days, we are numb and nothing happening. I went to the dentist, they gave an injection, then I never felt anything. I thought, where is my gum? So, there is nothing. Because of the injection, you don't feel. And they're operating, doing this, that. I am happy watching the video. Nothing, no problem. Because the numb, after death, mind becomes numb. And there's no reaction. Then they take it to a course. And according to our strong desire, sometimes we travel, as they say in the Chandogya Upanishad, we travel through black path, dark path, or sometimes lighted path. The good people from the lighted path. fat people, black way. Where they will go? In their own desired place. They like to fight, they like to do this, they like to do that. They will reach over there. Your destination you have created. So you will go over there. How you have created? In your mind. This terrible thing. Physically, whether you do it or not, if you are mentally thinking, you are creating your own destination. This is really terrible. Mentally also you should be very much alert. No, I should not do this, I should not do this. Because these are not good things. That is called tapasya. And when that is done, then you go over there, you stay over there, and you could stay over there eternally, but no, you cannot. Because those desires, slowly, again, from the numbness, active position comes, your mind becomes active, then you start thinking, I have to perform that, I have to complete that, I have to do this. Again, the desires become heavy, as if you come back, come down. And this Upanishad says, we come down through rain. We take a water and then come down. And then come and go to a food. Enter into a food and wait. Because I know where all my desires can be fulfilled. There I go. I can see everything. And then I take birth. Again a new journey. So they say, again and again you are coming and going. Is it not enough? Yes, sir. Then become a sannyasi. Take the sannyasa. What is that sannyasa? Give up. What is the giving up? I don't have anything, that I-ness. If there is no I, there is nothing. You do everything. But accept that I is my house, my family, my this, my that. No. Everything that you do, only for God and nothing else. So then it says, Ayam Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi. In the 4 places, they said these 4 Mahavakyas. Why? To remind you, this Atman that you are having is the Brahman. And this Jnana, the knowledge, is that Brahman. I am that Brahman, you are also that Brahman. I am only the pure one, and you are all sinners. No, they will never say that. I am pure one, you are also. But this moment you do not know. So it goes on, I am Brahman because of the knowledge realized. The realized person never come back. Now the Shetuketu, he started thinking, in Susupti, Jiva reaches its original senses. Brahman, why can't they remember it? This is the first doubt. When the father said, in Sushupti, you go to your original sense. Because to the God, to that Atman. But then if it is so, why we come back? That is the source of joy. Why we can't stay over there? And he says, our real source is Satchidananda Sarupa. Why can't we remember that? Since our mind is scattered to so many different things, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna says, mustard seeds, one is scattered, you cannot collect it. The mind is like the mustard seed. It is in the pack, it's good. Suppose it's fall, you cannot collect all the mustard seeds that has been there. Maybe a little bit of it you can collect, but mostly it will be scattered. Our mind is just like that. It has been scattered to so many things, and particularly in the modern times, in the newspaper, in the media, and so many information, this, that, excitement is going on. Every day something or other. So obviously, our mind is scattered in so many places. And what to do? It says that in the Upanishad, as bees collect honey from different flowers and then make the beehive, and the collected honey cannot remember from which flower I have come. they become one. Similarly, we forget. We forget our source. If we could remember our source, we were Brahman. If we could remember, that means that is the God. All religions say God has created this universe, isn't it? All of them they say. Of course, the day may be different and process may be different, but that is true. God has created. And if God has created this, I am also His creation, then how can't we remember that the Father said, look at the bee, they are collecting the honey, then they make the hive, and those bees, the honeys cannot remember that I was actually produced in that flower. I am from this flower. No, they become one. And different rivers also mingling. They forget where from they have come. Ima sarva praja sati sampadya sati sampadyamahe. And it says that Ima sarva prajaha. That means all these created being. Praja means created being. Sati sampadyam ahe. Iti na viduhu. They don't remember anything. All the created being from the same source, but they don't remember it. This is the way. Then the Shvetaketu, the sun, he is again doubting. If one goes from one house to another house, they remember, from this house to that house I am going. Why a person taking this birth to another birth can't remember it? Of course, Swami Vivekananda in his the yoga, he said you can remember if it is possible. It is possible. You can remember, but you have to be a yogi. And only one person in the whole history of humanity who could remember 500 births, previous births, that is Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha remembered 500 births. Jataka story, I don't know whether it is available or not. You must purchase and give it to your children to study the Jataka story. Very interesting. And Buddha was a bird once, a pigeon. Buddha was a lion. Buddha was an elephant. Buddha was an ordinary person. Buddha was a king. So many 500 lives he lived. I remembered that. And every time he did good. Then ultimately all that collection of goodness, he became Buddha and liberated. Buddha means the knowledge. The ima sarva praja sampadate sati, that is true. But they don't remember. And why can't they? And this self is in reality never die. To teach that, the Father nicely gave one example. He said, go and just hit that or cut that branch of the tree. The son went and cut that branch. And after a few days, by the side of that branch, another branch came. And then go and cut another branch. Then another branch came. Tree is not dying. The more branches we are cutting, the more the branches are coming up. But tree is not dead. Why? Root is there. Similarly, we take different forms. This time, human form. Maybe if we are behaving cruel way, torturing others, creating problem for others, then next time we will be animals. Maybe big lions in the African place, and we will go to see you in the safari, African safari. But it happens like that. This is the way the life goes. Whether you believe it or not, that is the truth. I don't believe that if I put my finger in the fire, it will burn. Go and burn it. Up to you. Experiment is always good. Burn your finger. But after burning, you learn. But after hearing, if you learn, that is good for you. So when you hear the teacher, the guardians, yes, this is bad, you should not do it. That means they have already realized it. That's why they are telling it. So it says that the example is this, if you are cutting the tree again and again, the tree will be again getting the life because the root is there. Jiva apetam baba kila idam mriyate jivana mriyate iti. I am not reading the Sanskrit because it will be difficult for you all the time. And the jiva also the same way, mriyate. They die, but they are not actually dying, taking another birth. They don't die, they take another birth. And those who are attached to this family, to this world, they take birth immediately. But if the bad karma, they may take the birth in different forms, different bodies. There was a great news that came in the newspaper, Indian newspaper, somewhere in Bangalore. A cow used to come and enter into a shop and used to come and sit on the owner's seat. Previously, at the beginning, they were, oh my God, why the cow is coming? Now the cow in India, naturally, okay. So the cow started coming regularly. Whenever the shop is open, cow will enter, sit over there all day without spoiling or anything. But when that almost the time for shuttering down the shop, the cow will go out. How you will explain that? Maybe the owner, previous owner, now as the cow. It may be. So this is the way life goes. Sometimes the dogs are so faithful. Why they are so much? Maybe connection is there. So this is the way life goes. And it says, Jiva apetam baba kila idam mriyate. This body dies, but not the jiva. Jiva means the mind, the subtle one, that goes away. And it never dies in that. So the son was thinking, what will happen? Then again the Shvetuketu, he is thinking, self is this much little. And he said that, Anoro Aniyam, this is Anoro, this tiny little one. Then how the Anu, the little from that, so many varieties of things have come up. Recently, the Luca, you must have, many of you know, they have discovered a Luca, a minutest amoeba. And they say that is the source of everything. And that was 40,000, immediately after the creation of this, the universe, that is 460,000 years, after the 40,000 years, that started. And from that, everything has come, including the huge animals, etc., everything. But anyway, it is a hypothesis. They could not prove it properly. They are thinking in that way. But we say yes. That is the minutest one because it is inside. And that creates everything. But the son was not understanding. He said, how from the tiny little one so many big things come? He asked his father. Then the son, go and collect that fruit from that huge banyan tree. The banyan tree was there. He asked, go and collect the fruit. He brought the fruit. Ata nagrodha phalam ahara. Ata now, nagrodha phalam. Nagrodha means the banyan tree. Phalam ahara. Bring that fruit from that banyan tree. Here it is. Idam bhagava. Bhagava means Bhagavan as we call, Bhagava, or respected one. Idam. Now it is. He went and brought that fruit. Will you break it? Bhindi. It is broken. Bhindam bhagava iti. You break that fruit. Bhindam, I have broken. Now the father asking, Atra kim pashyasi. What do you see in that? Now, I don't know whether you have seen the fig tree or the banyan tree. The banyan tree is a huge tree. But the fruits are so small. And if you bring one fruit and break it, almost 1,000 small seed will be there inside. So he did that. So he said, break that, the small one. Bhinnam bhagava iti atra kim pashyasi. I have broken, sir. What do you see? He says, Nannaiva is the tiny little particles inside. And if you break that, you will find so many seeds are there. It's not one seed. If you see a little ball side and then break it, there inside hundreds of tiny little things will be there. And then say, Asama ekam bhindi iti. Take out one of that and then break it. Ekam bhindi iti. Bhindi means break. Then he said, Bhagava bhinna. Sir, I have broken it. Tiny one was broken. It has been broken. Now the teacher is asking, Atra kim pashyasi iti? Atra, here, kim, what? Pashyasi, what you are seeing here, iti. Iti means concluding. What do you see over here? What do you see there? Then his answer is, Nakim chan bhagava. Nothing is there. See how in that ancient time, there was nothing much to the example. So how the teacher, they used to use the indigenous thing, natural thing, to teach them. Now there are so many things. If you go to the Chicago Museum, the children must go and see. They must learn beautiful things. And if you go and you learn so many things, and how it is happening, what is this, what is that, and if you travel in that, so many things they will learn. But in those days, it was nothing. The question was, how from a tiny little thing, so many things have come. And to make the boy understand, they first collected the seed from a banyan tree, then break that. From that collected a tiny one, then break it, then tatra kim pasyashi iti. Nakim chan bhagava. Honorable sir, nothing is there. Tam hovacha. Then the teacher said, see, there the teacher said, oh dear, this little essence which you do not perceive, from that grow a huge banyan tree. Shraddhasya somyeti. Oh dear one, have faith. Now the son was going on asking question and doubting. Now in one place you have to come and stop. You must have to have faith. Otherwise you cannot proceed. You have to have faith. Shraddhasya somyati somya iti. Somya means dear one. Oh dear one, have faith. In our life also, we always feel in that way. Then the fourth doubt, Shetaketu, even after that, he is asking, if eternal is the root of all creation, why can't we see it? But that we will study in our next Sunday class. And we'll try to complete the Chandogya Upanishad and in that class. Next Sunday, we will complete that. So if it is so subtle, then we must see it. That is the question that will be answered by the great teacher. Now, what we learn today is this. Question is necessary. We have to have true, real questions. Then only you get clarified. Otherwise, if you have simply faith, someone came and told this, you must believe it. Good, nothing wrong. The Shraddha is there, that is also necessary. But at the same time, if we are not clear in your own mind, you won't make the progress in spiritual life. And when we study mathematics, the doubts must be clear. If this is this and why it is not there, then the doubt must be clear. In all the knowledges, if my doubts are cleared, then I can make progress. I can understand that subject clearly. And that is the reason in Hinduism they always encourage, ask question. There is a Upanishad called Prasna Upanishad. Prasna means questions. They always ask, you must ask. And that is also Kena Upanishad. Kena means why. Why these, why these, why these, why these? They are going on giving the answer. Very interesting this. And by that way, your doubts are clear. First, there is something that is full of happiness, and that is the source of creation. The consciousness, but how to understand the consciousness? All pervasive happiness. Because some expression is necessary, some quality is necessary for our understanding. It is not the happiness only, but happiness cannot be the Brahman. If we say happiness is Brahman, again the mistake. Because you are limiting. Now you cannot. Satchid Ananda Sarupa Brahman. You are giving the idea to understand. But Brahman is what you realize. You cannot say this is this, this is that. The moment you pinpoint, put your finger, then it becomes limited. It becomes finite, but it is infinite. So obviously, whatever they have said about Brahman is only limited way to make you understand happiness. And how the happiness comes? Through love. If you love someone, whatever they do, you are happy. You love your grandchild and she breaks something. Okay, in childhood days it happens like that. And what? The parents will go for the rebuking and all, but the grandparents will say, no, because love. So how you will be feeling your happiness? Through love. So love we all understand. So from there we start the journey, develop love. So look at the Christianity. We are going to celebrate the 24th night. Please come. But you have to register. The 24th night we are going to celebrate the Christmas Eve. We are not Christians, but we accept Jesus. We love Jesus. Why? He realized truly. And it goes along with our scripture. The Jesus said, love thy neighbor as thyself. Look at it. In the beginning of the journey of spirituality, through love, love thy neighbor as thyself. Of course, they love as thyself and go and drop bombs over there, but that is another type of love. So, but that will be difficult type of love. But no, go love thyself. If anybody coming and disturbing you, do you love it? No. So similarly, don't disturb others also. Love thy neighbor as thyself. That is important. Loving neighbor is not important. As thyself. That is important. So spiritual journey begins with love. And when we see that conflicts are there in the name of religion, that is painful. Conflicts will be there in this world because it is not perfect. There will be conflict. You cannot stop it. But not in the name of religion, because religion is love. And it is more painful when someone which is demanding that he is propagating that particular religion, and hatred is the peaches and hatred is propagated. No, that is very wrong. It cannot be. Religious life begins with L-O-V-E. If the love is not there, religion life never begin. Because ultimately you have to reach over there. So thank you, friends. Thank you for listening to this talk. Next Sunday we will conclude. But in between 24th of this month, December, evening, please come. Many children will be coming and they will be singing the carols, and we will enjoy the great advent of a soul who loved this humanity. Thank you.
So the first question is, in one of your lectures you mentioned that Swami Ishatmananda was a hard taskmaster. Once the task was completed, you felt a lot of satisfaction and he used to bless. But when I do the same thing in the house or at home, I do not get that satisfaction.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, but if I ever meet your the people in the family, I will tell them to appreciate you. Thank you.
So there's some 4 5 same thing. My would-be mother-in-law is a housewife who poured her entire life into the husband and daughter. She feels often restless and emotionally. Please guide her. Please guide my mother and fiancé. They are feeling anxiety. My fiancé is very innocent. Please help him. Lots of.
Thank you for your all this, but I can pray only, you know. I cannot help in other way, but I truly pray to the Almighty, the Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, and then the Ma Sharadamani Devi. All your doubts and problems may be solved. I will also request you, have little faith and pray to the Divine Mother, Ma Sharadamani Devi. Just call Ma, please remove these problems from my life. And believe, if it is good for you, it will be taken care. Thank you.
How can I find absolute happiness being in a family?
The family, of course, absolute happiness, that the word that you have used, absolute happiness is the understanding the self. The God realization or the self realization is called absolute happiness. As in the today's talk, we again and again harping on that love, happiness. And absolute happiness is nothing but God or the Atman or the Brahman. It is possible, whether you are in an ashrama or in a family, if you can detach yourself from all these attachments and put your mind and soul to that truth, which is nothing but happiness, you can realize that. There are householder devotees. The Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna was having some of the householder devotees. They were having so many responsibilities, but they were all realized souls. How? Because they knew all that I am doing is my responsibility. But my main concentration should be to realize my own self. By that way they did. And that is why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, again and again he said, live like a lady who is working in a rich man's family, and she is saying that this is my family, this is my this is my that, but knowing well, this is not originally my family. And my family is a village. I'm a poor lady. I have come to serve these people. So she knows in mind. Similarly, in the house also, if you can live like that as a maid servant, my house, my family is God. And I have to go back to God. And this world that I am leaving, I am just leaving for few days. That is the way one can realize. Thank you. But though difficult.
Lord Buddha is also addressed as Tathagata.
Tathagata.
What is the meaning of the word?
Tathagata. That is, there the Lord Buddha, the Tathagata, he actually realized that. That is the reason. Again and again in all the names, and particularly the Indian names, all are related, almost all are related with that Brahman, with the God. All are related with that. So from there he has come. He has come Tatha Agata. So by that way, Tatha means that Brahman, from there he has come. Thank you, friends. Any question from here? Yeah.
Hello, my name is Dhruv. My question was that you mentioned that if someone does bad things in life and has bad karma, he becomes an animal in the next life. So, if someone is born as an animal, how will he do the right deeds to become a human again? Because he is not aware of what he is doing.
No. You see, that is a very good question. His question, I think you have understood, that through the bad karma, you go down and become animal, birds, etc. Now, how again they will come back to the human life? They say, in the Upanishad it says, that you are not accumulating any other karma. These birds and animals and insects, they're only burning their karmas, bad karmas. And when those will be over, they will again become human. Not only that, those who are doing very good work, bad work, this thing, good work, but not realized, what will happen? They will become gods. The G, not capital, small g. They are very powerful and they are living everywhere, these divine, godly people. But you know what? Again, after spending all the good deeds that they have done, after spending that, they become human. So that is why they say a human birth is very precious. Only by a human one can realize its own self, not the gods and not the devils. The devils and the gods, they have to come back after burning their good deeds and bad deeds. And then they will become human. Again the opportunity comes. The Shankaracharya says three things are very, very rare. Manushyatva, Mumukshutva, Mahapurusha Samastraya. Manushyatva means the human birth. Mumukshutva, desire to realize Brahman, God, to know Atman, that is second. And third is most difficult, a good guide. And mostly, because there are so many other people are there, and so many advertisements are there, we make the mistake over there. In the spiritual life, any spiritual person giving the advertisement, don't go to him. No. For other things you can always go and purchase, but the spirituality is completely different. Spirituality always they will hide. They will never go and express because they don't want anything. So how you will understand is a good person? Is an unselfish person and full of love for everyone. No reservation. If you are here, take my philosophy and my religion, then I will love. That is not business. That is not a good thing. So we have to be very, very careful. And that is the greatest barrier. Manushyatva, Mumukshutva, but very difficult to get Mahapurusha Samastraya. So, by the grace of Thakur, we will get it. Thank you. Anything else? Yeah.
Following question.
Yeah.
You said the animals, right? The animals also are good and bad. Some
And-
are crazy, baby dogs like that. And there are faithful dogs. So they are not, they don't have to like think about their karma, but they are doing good and bad to others in their own way. So will God decide about them?
No. The doing good and bad means this is all reflection. So we do good and bad knowingly. So we know that when I'm going to harm someone, we plan and do. But the dog, the moment you are just near to it and it is afraid that you may attack, it may counter-attack and then you can bite. But similarly, the snakes, snakes won't do any harm if you are not moving. So they won't feel anything, they will go away. If the tigers and the lions, if they are not hungry, even if you are there, they won't do anything, no harm. So this is the way they are there. But only thing is, good, bad, nothing, they are only giving away their past karmas. So maybe that after leaving that animal life, a higher life and higher life and higher life, it comes. So if you have 1 minute, then I will tell you a story. How the thing goes. Through the story they explain. Because otherwise the doubt remains. Our Narada always, then in the Hindu scripture, Narada is a great figure. Narada is a very pure soul. But then Narada felt, is there any influence of a holy soul? I don't see anything. Then the Lord said, oh, you don't see anything? Okay, anyway, no problem. Can you please go and talk to that bird? The bird can speak. You please go and talk to that bird. And the Narada went to the bird, and that bird was in the cage. He said, hey, say Jai Narayana. The moment the Narada said, that bird died. Oh my God, what will happen? I came and spoke and he died. Then he came and reported to, you asked me to go to that bird. But the owner didn't notice that I went simply, I asked the bird to say the Narayana. The moment I said that, it died. Oh, don't worry, nothing will happen. Then after some day he said, can you please go and see that there is a calf, it has just taken birth, and you can go and bless that calf. And a cow, not of the wind. Then he said, hey, I bring the blessings of the Narayana. The cow also died immediately. Narada got scared. Oh my God. Wherever I go and I say my Lord's name and it is dying. Then Narada came and reported. Oh no, the owner didn't notice. Nothing, no problem. So let us go. Then they went to another country. And there was a fanfare, all songs. What happened? The king, after many years, he has got a son. So everybody is invited to go and have food. The Narada and the Lord both went over there. Then the Lord said, go and meet that newborn baby. And Narada said, no. Because whomever I meet, they die. So I won't go. If that prince is dead, then the king won't allow me. He will kill me. No, I am here. Don't worry. Go and see what happens. Now no one is there around that baby. You go and stand before the baby. You see what happened. The moment the Narada went, the baby immediately sat up and said, Guruji, because of you, your holy presence, as a bird, I died and became a cow. Because of your holy presence, I need not to live in that cow body. I became the prince now. I am that soul traveling. Thank you, Guruji, for your holy presence. So this goes. Through the story, they say how from the lower birth to the higher birth to the higher birth it goes. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna asked one of his disciples to kill a cockroach. And the disciple thought, why to kill the cockroach unnecessarily? He took the cockroach outside and threw it. And Sri Ramakrishna was waiting. When he came back, he said, did you kill that? Why to kill that cockroach? You wanted to take it out, I took it out and threw it. No. Whatever I said, you must have done. The cockroach was supposed to get liberation this time. Because of your mistake, he has to continue the cockroach life. See, when the Guru said this, that means the holy person, he knows the cockroach life. But we think out of emotion, why to kill the cockroach? That also happens. The path of dharma is very, very subtle and very difficult to understand. So we have to always pray and act. Before doing anything, first pray. Say, I do not know God, I do not know what is correct, what is right. Please help me. Whatever I do must be correct. By that way it is. Thank you.
Last question. Then you have to have that how do you know the Guru is perfect? I mean, Ramakrishna is different. But every Guru may not be as
Perfect. As I said, it is very difficult to choose though, but mostly for Ramakrishna mission, the Gurus, they select from the headquarters and by that way they give. That is, to some extent, they are all right. But we are not the Gurus. We never claim that we are Guru. We say only Sri Ramakrishna is the Guru. We are only the connection. We give that connection. But the other places where that person becomes a Guru and he claims your subordination, your attention, there you must be careful. If that person is unselfish, full of love, then of course you can. Or otherwise, it becomes a cult. Once you entered into that, you are forced to follow that. You cannot go beyond that. Then even if you like to come out, it will be very difficult. We have seen some cults, very, very difficult. Very difficult. So by the grace of God, everything will be all right. God will be guiding us. So, okay, now let us say Shanti 3 times and we conclude. Please repeat after me. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om. Tat Sat.